Distinguished guests, welcome to the doctoral hooding and master's degree commencement ceremony at Missouri University of Science and Technology. We ask that you please remain in your seat during the ceremony. Professional photographers from Grad Images are taking photos during the ceremony. If you would like to take your own photographs, please do so from your seat. Our ceremony will begin promptly at 6 p.m. To ensure a smooth and timely experience, we ask all guests in the arena who plan to watch the graduate procession to be seated 10 minutes before the start of the ceremony. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Late arrivals will be asked to wait until the academic procession is finished before they are seated. For safety and security, we invite you to download the S&T Safe app on your phone for emergency alerts. You can find it by searching for S&T Safe in your Apple app or Google Play Store. Good evening. We ask the audience to please be seated. The processional will begin momentarily. Distinguished guests, we will begin the ceremony shortly. We ask that you please remain in your seat during the ceremony. Professional photographers from Grad Images are taking photos during the ceremony. If you would like to take your own photographs, please do so from your seat. Today's ceremony will feature professional American Sign Language interpretation by the Associates in Sign Language, LLC, in front of the stage to allow all of our guests to fully experience this celebration. All right, 15 seconds. Distinguished guests, good evening and welcome to tonight's ceremony at Missouri University of Science and Technology. Please stand and remain standing as you are able for the candidates processional. Distinguished guests, please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Air Force ROTC Blue Sabres and the Army ROTC Stonehenge Battalion. Gentlemen on stage, please remove your caps for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare almost bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to the Missouri S&T University Winds and the Missouri S&T Choral Program for providing music for the opening of our ceremony. Thank you to the Air Force and Army ROTC cadets for presenting the colors. Distinguished guests, please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce the distinguished members of the platform party that you see on stage. Platform party, please stand as your name is called. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Representing Missouri S&T's faculty, staff, alumni, and students are Dr. Mo Dagani, University Chancellor; Dr. Stephen Young, today's guest speaker; Dr. Robin Gore, Vice Chancellor for Student Success; Dr. Kamal Kayat, Vice Chancellor for Research and Innovation; Dr. John Harris, Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs; our Vice Provost and College Deans, Dr. David Borak, Dr. Mirzad Bujurdi, and Dr. James Sterling; Dr. Joshua Schlegel, President-elect of Faculty Senate; and our faculty mace bearers, Dr. Joan Schumann, Dr. Hu Wen Ram, and Dr. Michael Motes. Please join me in recognizing our platform party at today's commencement ceremony. Thank you. Platform guests may be seated. Chancellor Mo Dagani will now begin our program.
Good evening. Let's try this again. Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, it's getting better. Good evening. Okay, much better. Well, welcome. Welcome to tonight's commencement ceremony. I'd like to thank everyone here tonight for joining me to celebrate the accomplishments of our PhD and master's degree candidates. We also honor today the families and friends of our candidates who have endured with them the grinding marathon of a graduate degree. Thank you for your support and for being so incredibly patient. Graduates, please look at your family members and friends in the building with us today. Wave to them. Thank them. Actually, stand up. Why don't you stand up and look at the family and friends? Stand up, everybody. All the graduates. Stand up. Look at them. Thank them. And when you go home, make sure you hug them and thank them sincerely for everything that they've done for you. Every graduate sitting here has a unique story and mentors who made a difference in their lives. Tonight, I'd like to recognize a few faculty and staff members who were nominated by our graduates for believing in their potential, offering guidance, and helping shape their path to success. You will spot them wearing our Behind Every Graduate pin, and you can read in our students' words how these individuals inspired them at commencement.msd.edu. Commencement.msd.edu. I'd like to ask these individuals to please stand and remain standing. Dr. David Bayless, Chair and Professor of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. Dr. Jihan Dagley, Professor of Engineering Management. Ms. Karen Welberg, Office Support Assistant in Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering. And Grace Yan, Professor of Civil, Architectural, and Environmental Engineering. Dr. Yan? Oh, there you are. Okay. So, thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done for our graduates. Appreciate it. You may be seated. Graduates, I'd like to ask you to also consider all the people cheering for you who are not in this building with us today. Please join me in showing your appreciation to those people who have given you vital support during your academic careers as well. So this graduating class is full of accomplishments and pride. Graduates, I could not be more proud of you. Not only have you completed rigorous coursework and achieved your degree, many of you have also balanced a career or family life, or both, while pursuing your graduate degrees. I personally know one tonight closely myself. Ms. Jill Warren, our hard-charging Chief of Staff, did just that. I witnessed the rigor with which she fulfilled her work obligations while balancing the responsibilities of her job with the demands of a tough degree and the joys of growing a young family. So please join me to welcome Jill. Hey, here's the fun part. Jill, would you stand up, please? There is Jill. Thank you. I know there are many in the audience in the same situation, so thank you. Thank you for doing what you've done for balancing a difficult career, life, and the rigors of your degree. Of course, for 155 years, S&T has educated the scholars, creative thinkers, innovators, and leaders among many industries. And now you join those individual and proud alumni. Each week, I send an email on Friday mornings to our students, faculty, staff, alumni, and many others. Let me ask, who receives my Friday messages? Let me see a show of hands. I promise you, I don't ask you if you read them, but I just want to see if you receive them. Regardless of the topic of my email, every single time I hear from alumni about how their S&T education prepared them for their career and success. I hear from the alums for as far back as a 1949 graduate who's 96 years old and responds to me every week. I hear from alums from all over the world, Sub-Saharan Africa, Far East Asia, Europe, South America, Central America, everywhere that you can imagine. And to the person, they are grateful for their experience that they gained here at Missouri S&T or UMR or Missouri School of Mines and Metallurgy. That is, of course, wonderful to hear, and I have no doubt that your education will pay tremendous dividends as well. But that is only part of the story. The rest of the story, as they say, is that every graduate of S&T has influence on others. Through your relentless pursuit of purpose, you and your fellow graduates will provide critical contributions to the critical challenges facing our societies and the world. And in the great tradition of this wonderful institution, you will influence others along the way. Now, I would like to introduce one of those graduates, this evening's commencement speaker. Distinguished guests, we are delighted to have with us this evening Dr. Stephen Young. Dr. Young has been where you are tonight as a graduate. He earned a bachelor's degree in 2005 and a master's degree in 2007, both in ceramic engineering from Missouri S&T, and in 2010, he earned a PhD in material science and engineering from S&T. Dr. Young is Chief Commercial Officer at MoSci Corporation, a specialty glass manufacturer here in Rolla that produces bioreactive glass for medical devices and healthcare treatments. The company was started by Dr. Delbert Day, a 1958 ceramic engineering graduate from S&T and a Curator's Professor Emeritus of Material Science and Engineering. Dr. Young holds 35 U.S. patents and over 100 total U.S. and international patents and applications, with 13 commercial medical devices using technologies he helped develop. He is a senior member of the National Academy of Inventors and a fellow of the American Ceramic Society. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Steve Young.
Good evening. First, I would like to start by thanking Chancellor Degani for the opportunity to address you all tonight. First, I want to wish the graduates, this is a significant accomplishment, okay? You've put in years of work, some 2, some 5, or longer. This is a tremendous amount of work. It's probably one of the hardest things you'll ever do in your life. So congratulations. As a 3-time graduate of S&T, each time I sat where you are tonight, I thought about what was to come. I reflected on the things that I had just accomplished, and I hope the commencement speaker wasn't long-winded. So, with that, I assure you I will stay on point, and we will move this along. So each of you has just achieved something special and life-altering. You may not know it yet, but you have. Some of you are accepting your first positions in the working world. Some of you worked the entire time that you were here working on your graduate degrees. Either way, you all made sacrifices, both personally and financially, to be here tonight. This is something that very few people in the world ever accomplish, and so congratulations again. I was asked to say some words about my experiences after graduate school, things that maybe you can expect or something like that, I don't know. So tonight I decided I wanted to talk about some things that have been impactful in building my career and my professional network. So a few things about me. I've had one employer since I've graduated. So for 15 years I've worked in one company. It's located here in Rolla. I didn't make it very far, I guess, after graduation. And we specialize in glasses used in a lot of medical technologies, as Dr. Degani had mentioned. Some are for cancer therapy, some are for orthopedic surgery and dentistry, and some in wound care, just to name a few. Okay, so we impact a lot of people, and we'll talk about that more in a minute. My graduate work here at S&T led to 13 U.S. patents, dozens of international patents, and those technologies now are over a dozen FDA-cleared devices that improve hundreds of thousands of lives every year. My work here has evolved into a new synthetic classification of wound care products, acknowledged now by the FDA. Didn't exist before. It's now paid for by the government and private insurers, which is a big deal. And these products have been used to treat surgical wounds, diabetic wounds, a variety of non-healing wounds, primarily in our elderly populations. These products have been proven at the highest levels of randomized clinical trials, not only to be efficacious, but superior to the other products on the market. I tell you these things because it sets the stage for the message that I want to deliver tonight. I could never have guessed that these things would happen, or that I would be here telling you about them tonight. But these things happened because of years of doing just 4 things consistently. And so that's what I'm going to talk about. The first is embracing failure. Those of you who did research, wrote a dissertation or a thesis, you know this all too well. There was a lot of work that you did that didn't amount to much, and you had to sift through that work to find the things, to piece that together, to tell an interesting story so that you could be here tonight too. Finding that something new or that unexpected is really an exceptional skill, and that's something that I encourage you all to build on for the rest of your careers. So again, you're going to do a lot of work that doesn't amount to what you were hoping for in its initial use. But never throw away those experiences, those ideas. You just build upon those for a later date. The second thing is being in a state of what I call uncomfortable, okay? And I'll explain what I mean by this. In my career, I started out as a research engineer, as many of you will too. I looked at customers' problems or requests to come up with something new. Maybe I could write a proposal or look for funding, even try to convince customers sometimes that they should fund my idea. That's always fun. None of these things are comfortable to do. Okay, we're trained to do scientific research. Trying to convince other people to pay for your scientific research is a little different, right? I went on in my career to work on scaling up things that were successful, focusing on commercialization, which is a different level of pain and suffering from my classical training. And what I mean by that is you have to make things over and over again, not just one time and it worked out great and got a good result, but now I'm responsible for making it work every time. The repeatability, validations, something called an ISO system, which some of you are about to learn about, and it's really fun. It was the new and different that I really liked. But new and different also comes with new rules to learn, and that takes time, and it's a challenge. So today, I'm leading our sales and marketing efforts, which is really, really quite far from being a research engineer. The cycle has basically repeated itself for me several times during my career, and every time I get better at it, but it's always a little bit painful and a little bit uncomfortable. So again, that's going to happen. Embrace it, because once you get good at it, that's how you can evolve your career. The third thing I've done is actively look for opportunities. Okay, opportunities literally are everywhere. I didn't know at the time when I was sitting where you are, or when I was working on my graduate degree, that the most important thing that I would learn during all that time was to discover, it wasn't to discover some new chemistry of glass or some new process, but it was to learn everything about the problem that was in front of me and everything around that, to really have a clear understanding of what I was trying to do, and then you could really pick it apart and move forward with something innovative. For me, being a materials engineer who can go into the lab and literally make something new and different that doesn't exist anywhere in the world is really powerful, but I don't always get it right the first time. But the next time I try something, I may start there. I may take that result and build on that. And again, it's capitalizing on those opportunities. So I really think that that's something that is is really powerful that can help your careers. The last thing I'm going to talk about tonight is building your network. And so I started here in the fall of 2000. And back then there was this course called Ceramics 90. It was this 1-hour survey course where you could learn about whatever in ceramics. And so I took it because I really didn't know a lot about ceramics at the time. And one week, a professor came in, Dr. Delbert Day, and he spoke about glass. And he said things in that 1 hour that I was hooked immediately. That's what I wanted to do. And so I asked him for a job at the end of class. I said, hey, can I come in and talk to you? I'd like to know if I could work for you for the summer. So he came in, and I went in and met with him, and he hired me. And that one decision to go talk to him and really start my network with him completely changed my life. The connections from just that one summer, that one relationship, have evolved over the last 25 years. For instance, in 2005, I was at the American Ceramic Society National Meeting. Delbert was a past president, so he always encouraged the students to go. And while I was there, I was at a student mixer, and I met with someone. They came over and just said hello. And he turned out to be the lab director at Savannah River National Lab. And during our conversation, I had mentioned who I was working for and what I was interested in, and he ended up hiring me to work at the lab in the summer. And that led to being nominated by Savannah River National Lab to go to a meeting of Nobel laureates the following summer. The Department of Energy was selecting some of the best interns that they had, and so I got to go. And during that opportunity, I got to meet about 20 different Nobel laureates who talked about their experiences and the discoveries that they had done. And that's when I decided that I wanted to do a PhD. So, again, these things build on one another. And doing that PhD is honestly why I'm here talking to you tonight. So it's super important to just say hello to the person next to you, to build your network. I can't emphasize that enough. So again, with the 4 things that I mentioned tonight, embracing failure, being uncomfortable, finding opportunities, and building your network, this translates to any career or purpose that you're interested in. So I feel like I've been very fortunate in my career. I didn't do it by jumping from company to company. All the opportunities I needed were right where I was the entire time. So in closing, I want to congratulate you all again for what you have accomplished. You've achieved something quite rare, and you should all be very proud. Best of luck in the future. And for any of you whose paths cross with mine, I look forward to meeting you. Thank you for listening. Go Miners!
Thank you, Dr. Stephen Young. Dr. John Harris, Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, will now say a few words.
I'd like to recognize all our faculty here today who have dedicated their careers to teaching in pursuit of knowledge and have helped our graduates reach their academic goals. Faculty, will you please rise? Please join me in showing appreciation to these faculty. Thank you. You may be seated. I would now like to recognize our mace bearers. Missouri S&T selects faculty and student mace bearers for each commencement ceremony. You can read more about these individuals on pages 9 and 10 of your program. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing. Audience, please hold your applause until all mace bearers have been announced. Representing the College of Arts, Sciences, and Education is Dr. Yu Wang, Associate Dean of Research and Professor of Biological Sciences, and Sarah Bushi Ursu, who will receive a master's degree in applied mathematics. Representing the College of Engineering and Computing is Dr. Mike Motes, Chair and Professor of the Materials Science and Engineering Department, and Kyle Manner, who will receive a master's degree in aerospace engineering. Representing the Cummer College of Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Economic Development is Dr. Joan Schumann, Associate Chair of Undergraduate Studies and Teaching Professor of Engineering Management and Systems Engineering. And Aimanose Egbedoan, who will receive an MBA. Please applaud now for the mace bearers. Thank you. You may be seated. To our esteemed PhD and master's degree candidates, I would like to share how proud I am of each of you. I know I am not alone in this pride, and today the college deans will share their thoughts and congratulations with you.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. Dr. David Borak, Vice Provost and Dean of the College of Engineering and Computing, will say a few words on behalf of the college.
Congratulations on the outstanding accomplishment of earning your doctoral or master's degrees. This is a big deal. Earning a graduate degree is going to set you up for great success. But what does great success look like? I have a few thoughts for you. A cornerstone of our mission in the College of Engineering and Computing is to provide students with a transformative education, an education that prepares and inspires them to shape the future. This mission is the focus of our organization, but it also offers thoughtful guidance for our graduates. Through your hard work, perseverance, and intellectual curiosity, every one of you is leaving S&T prepared to shape that future. Some of you will go on to teach and inspire future generations, while others will invent technologies to support sustainable energy, space exploration, smart cities, and more. But whatever your future holds, don't forget to use your abilities to improve the world around you and to help people. Let having a positive impact on the world be a key measure of your future success. It's certainly something we greatly value at Missouri S&T. In this way, our success in fulfilling our mission will always be tied to your success and vice versa. We're exceptionally proud of you and wish you the best. Please keep us posted on all the great things you accomplish. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Borak. Dr. Mirzad Buzurdi, Vice Provost and Dean of the College of Arts, Sciences, and Education, will now say a few words on behalf of the college.
Today marks the culmination of years of dedication, intellectual rigor, and remarkable resilience. Completing an advanced degree is an extraordinary accomplishment, one that reflects not only your command of complex ideas, but also the curiosity that kept you asking questions, the creativity that helped you see possibilities, and the determination that carried you through challenges seen and unseen. Through your research, your professional contributions, and the fresh perspectives you bring, each of you has enriched your field and strengthened the world's pursuit of knowledge. Graduate study asks a great deal. It requires patience when answers seem distant and courage when the path forward is uncertain. You have met these demands with grace and persistence. As you move into the next chapter of your lives, you carry the insights, skill, and heart needed to confront pressing challenges, imagine new solutions, and lead with purpose and integrity. And you do not go forward alone. You carry with you the support of Missouri S&T, the mentorship of faculty who have walked beside you, and the pride of a community that believes deeply in your potential. The values and wisdom you have gained here will continue to steady you as you build the future you envision. Graduates, congratulations on this extraordinary milestone. We celebrate all you have achieved and you aspire to, and all the ways you will make a difference. May your journey ahead be filled with discovery, purpose, and lasting fulfillment.
Thank you, Dr. Brzerdi. Dr. James Sterling, Vice Provost and Founding Dean of the Cummer College of Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Economic Development, will say a few words on behalf of the college.
To our new master's and PhD graduates, I want to extend my sincere and heartfelt congratulations on your remarkable achievement. To our Cummer College graduates, your expertise is often a bit different than others in that you situate complex ideas within a broader social and business context that recognizes regulatory and geopolitical constraints and boundary conditions. These kinds of topics, more than ever before, demand that we be mindful of the limitations of newfound knowledge. To those of you continuing your academic journey, I hope that you can embrace this opportunity to dig deeper into the knowledge and skill sets that are changing at a rate that many claim has not ever been witnessed in human civilization. Will AI continue to grow and emerge as AGI and ASI? Some scholars claim that we are already in the middle of some sort of a singularity. To those of you taking your skills and advanced understanding to industry, labs, or startups of your own, don't sleep during this singularity. This is a playful suggestion from Ray Kurzweil and Peter Diamandis that your chosen profession might change so fast that if you go to sleep, something might change overnight. So, as you all advance in your careers, I look forward to hearing about your ventures, and I am confident that you will become outstanding leaders and ambassadors of S&T.
Thank you, Dr. Sterling. At this time, Provost John Harris will present the candidates for doctoral degrees. Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy please rise?
Chancellor Degani, I have the honor of presenting these candidates who have been recommended by the faculty of Missouri University of Science and Technology for the Doctor of Philosophy degree.
Thank you, Provost Harris. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President and the Board of Curators of the University of Missouri, I confer upon you the PhD in your respective fields, together with all the rights, honors, and privileges, as well as the obligations and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Graduates may be seated. The faculty marshals will now direct the graduates and advisors to the platform. Each advisor and graduate will advance to the stage to be vested with their hood. Graduates and advisors will then go into the hallway for photos. Graduates, when you return, you may be seated.
Paul Chukwuma Ani, to be hooded by Professor Joseph Smith. I now present to you Dr. Ani. Emmanuel Atta Antwi, to be hooded by Professor Samuel Frimpong. I now present to you Dr. Antwi. Hunter Christian Boswell, to be hooded by Professor Girong Yan. I present to you Dr. Boswell. Danielle Christian Bowerman, to be hooded by Professor Matt Insall. I present to you Dr. Bowerman. Nicholas Charles Fleece, to be hooded by Professor Matt Insall. I now present to you Dr. Fleece. Benjamin Ross Brown, to be hooded by Professor David Bayless. I present to you Dr. Brown. Peter Ofuje Obidi, to be hooded by Professor David Bayless. I present to you Dr. Obidi. Carla Ann Campbell, to be hooded by Professor Mark Fitch. I present to you Dr. Campbell. Tamima Sharif Ahmed El-Bashbishi, to be hooded by Professor Islam El-Adaway. I present to you Dr. El-Bashbishi. Radwa Walid Yassin Isa, to be hooded by Professor Islam El-Adaway. I present to you Dr. Isa. Joshua Edward Isert, to be hooded by Professor Gary Smitty Grubbs II. I present to you Dr. Isert. Stephen Ya Owusu, to be hooded by Professor Grubbs. I present to you Dr. Owusu. Emmanuel Kingsley Darkwa, to be hooded by Professor Gary Grubbs. I present to you Dr. Darkwa. Chanjun Liu, to be hooded by Professor Juanyu Liu. I present to you Dr. Liu. Elia Motashami, to be hooded by Professor Joel Birkin. I present to you Dr. Motashami. Emmanuel Oluwatobi Olugbade, to be hooded by Professor Jong-Yoon Park. I present to you Dr. Olugbade. Sai Akshay Pandaru, to be hooded by Professor Michael Motes. I present to you Dr. Pandaru. Hanok Tekla, to be hooded by Professor Ronald O'Malley. I present to you Dr. Tekla. Logan Martin Wilcox, to be hooded by Professor Kristen Donnell. I present to you Dr. Wilcox. Jordan K. Fox, to be hooded by Professor Ayodeji Alajo. I present to you Dr. Fox. Haitam Abdulmonim Mohammed, to be hooded by Professor Mohammed El Gawadi. I present to you Dr. Abdul Malik. Joshua Adu Afari, to be hooded by Professor Robert Marley. I present to you Dr. Afari. Nathan Allen Lutz, to be hooded by Professor Krishnamurthy and Professor Venkata Siram Sidar Nadentla. I present to you Dr. Lutz. Yasaman Jamalapur Sufi, to be hooded by Professor Chihan Dagli. I present to you Dr. Sufi. Choji Jeremiah Dachis, to be hooded by Professor Joseph Newkirk. I present to you Dr. Dachis. Abdullah Salem Abdullah Basaloum, to be hooded by Professor Francisca Obo Ikwanobe. I present to you Dr. Saloom.
Will the audience please join me in congratulating the graduates? Provost John Harris will now present the candidates for master's degrees, and Chancellor Degani will confer the degrees. Would the candidates for master's degrees please rise?
Master's degrees have been awarded for hundreds of years for recognition of mastery at the level needed originally for graduates to go abroad to teach their subject area. Today, our master's degree candidates teach, consult, lead, and demonstrate expertise in their fields through various careers. Chancellor Degani, I have the honor of presenting these candidates who have been recommended by the faculty of Missouri University of Science and Technology for the master's degree as designated.
Thank you, Provost Harris. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President and the Board of Curators of the University of Missouri, I confer upon you the master's degree in your respective fields, together with all the rights, honors, and privileges, as well as the obligations and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Graduates, you may be seated. Distinguished guests, please direct your attention to the screens at the front of the stage to recognize a distant student participating virtually today.
Joby Chaco Varghese.
The faculty marshals will now direct the master's degree graduates to the platform. Graduates will then go into the hallway for photos. Graduates, when you return, you may be seated.
Venkata Sai Sauma Velamuri. William Christopher Annunziata. Akhilesh Kartikeyan. Pranith Udaraju. Lauren Reese Morris. Kyle Alexander Butler. Lisa M. Powell. Annika Joyce Francisco. Brian Dale Putt. Aaron Glover. Rachel Nicole Morgan. Sumaya Khan. Ravi Kumar Shanmugaraj. Robert Allen Speed III. Matthew Donald Lutz. David Israel Barlow. Christian Kenneth Smith. Luke James Hertzler. Jacob C. Sanchez. Austin Robert Rector. Marianne Lee. Prisha Anil. Ryan Mitchell Cunningham. Gracie Mae Mallory James. Jacob Robert Ewing. Jeremiah Allen Cohn. Max Doyle Starkle. Noah Garrett Sparks. Emerson Ryan O'Hara. Hannah Teresa Weber. Blake Klockner. Austin Lewis Harkins. Andrew Luis Sabala. Taryn Sebastian Fleming. Kyle Conrad Maynor. Shravani Kali. Saita Jaswar Ponagoti. Arkana Krishnaskarapu. Venkata Nagasai Abhiram Kancharla. Madhusudan Bairu. Rishi Madhur Garimella. Kusharika Kona. Amulan Tanga. Afreen Sheikh. Eshwar Yashwanth Mala. Sravya Chikala. Gafaruddin Sheikh. Jansimala Silla. Vashisha Bitla. Venkat Surav Manchikanti. Ebenezer Amponsa Danzo. Adiyinka Alualoa Alasenda. Nuhela Filali. Bradley Ryan Clay. Justice Don Gorsline. Emmanuel Menla. Alekia Ramasetti. Aisha Sidika. Benjamin Cole Turbeville. Pooja Lakshmi Molika. Sasidar Reddy Velkuri. Herman Kumar Polaparti. Kirtani Reddy Kona. Shravani Kandi. Nithyaraj Mode. Pavani Diapa. Vikas Kumar Reddy Sareddy. Kishkan Kumar Paresh Kumar Barot. Neha Joglekar. Mukesh Yadav Paitla. Deborah Garcia. Fahima Taheri. Jill Piper Warren. Sai Sriram Mandava. Maunika Upalapati. Vamshasai Mandapudi. Dia Pataraju. Pavan Kumar Misala. Nandini Gopu. Anirudh Narayan Dasari. Sindhu Reddy Kontham. Yashashri Vanam Reddy. Jude Oganamaru Emakara. Pranay Reddy Tataparti. Sarah Bushi Ersu. Suleiman Ba. Venkata Ajith Kumar Guram. Uday Dagaparti. Sai Prasanna Bora. Pakita Reddy Palagula. Taruni Keshapali. Munith Kumar Vangari. Pratik Dacha. Nikshith Raj Silvera. Naveen Kumar Maturi. Emmanuel Agbolahan Alake. Emmanuel Ochera. Yue Long. Mir Kian Isam Shafe. Teresa Marie Vosen. Pavan Kumar Reddy Batula. Madhumitha Chalamala. Sai Padmini Pulaparthi. Dauda Fabia Oladela Ugantala. Akinkunmi Abiola Akinola. Olusei Lukman Fadaya. Imenos Phyllis Ibedian. And the one we've all been waiting for, Henry Hampton Wagoner.
Well, congratulations again to all the graduates. Why don't we give them a round of applause again? And we'll wait until everybody gets seated. I just want to thank all of our graduates, all of our families, whether they're here in the building or they're watching these events. And I want to congratulate our graduates and let you know that you are now one step closer to one day being on this platform, maybe as a faculty member, maybe as a dean, maybe as a speaker, just like we had one of our alums here, and maybe as a chancellor of the university. Whatever you do, keep in touch with the university. We need your support and guidance and help. Wherever you are out in the world, keep writing back to the chancellor at the time. Hopefully you'll keep getting the Friday messages and you will respond to them. But know that you are equipped to make a difference. You are equipped to go out there and make a difference. Just like Dr. Young was saying that opportunities are all around you. It's just that you have to identify them and embrace them and put yourself in an uncomfortable situation to be able to take advantage of them. So with that, will the audience please join me in congratulating all our graduates one more time loudly, as loud as you can. So I'll ask our graduates to stand up. We have some special effects that we'd like to put into motion. At this moment, I'll ask our interpreters to please step down for your safety. There will be a loud noise, so I want the audience to know not to get scared. It's all safe. Just be aware. So on count of 3, 1, 2, 3. You will remember this one, for sure. So thank you. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screens at the front of the stage for congratulations from 3 distinguished individuals. The first speaker will be University of Missouri curator Todd Graves, chair of the Board of Curators. The second speaker will be University of Missouri President Dr. Moon Choi. Concluding these remarks will be Dan Bailey, President of the Minor Alumni Association. The 3 distinguished individuals will now say a few words.
It is my honor to congratulate the Missouri University of Science and Technology class of 2025 on behalf of the University of Missouri Board of Curators. Graduates, we celebrate your achievements today as over the past 4 years you've worked diligently to earn your degree. I hope you're very proud of yourselves as you walk across the stage. You've persevered through classwork and research, late nights with little sleep, midterms and finals, yet those are only a fraction of the moments that culminated in you receiving your degree today. Most likely, you've also determined tough life decisions, experienced the seen and unforeseen, and made friends that will last a lifetime. I believe it is these moments of perseverance and connection that have also prepared you to be inquisitive, eager, and ready to take on the world. When you cross this stage, you become part of our great network of Missouri S&T alumni. You can find minor alumni all over the world. Lean on them, as they will be excited to hear your stories and share theirs. Your minor ties will keep you connected and support you throughout your lifetime. Again, on behalf of the Board of Curators, congratulations, graduates. We can't wait to see your journey unfold.
Congratulations, graduates. You've accomplished so much, and because of your hard work and focus, you're about to graduate from one of the finest universities in the country. Many of you are about to start a great career, begin graduate or professional studies, or serve in the military. No matter your goals, you've earned your success. But you didn't achieve excellence alone. Many have supported you along the journey, including your family, friends, and our incredible faculty and staff. Thank you for being part of the S&T community and for your commitment to making a difference. Congratulations, minors.
Greetings, fellow minors and friends. I'm Dan Bailey, president of the Minor Alumni Association and a proud 2-time S&T graduate in geological engineering and engineering management. Today, it's my honor to congratulate our new graduates on behalf of the entire Alumni Association. As you begin a new chapter in your lives, never forget that you are part of one of the greatest alumni networks in the world. On this milestone day for our new graduates and your families, over 70,000 minor alumni join me in celebrating your achievements and your bright futures. I encourage you to make the most of that advantage by staying connected, getting involved, and mentoring the next generations of minor alumni. The opportunity that is now in front of this group will take you to all corners of the globe, but remember, no matter where you live or work, you'll always be a minor.
Chancellor Modegani will now say a few words to conclude our program.
Well, I simply want to congratulate all of you, and as every speaker has said, the world is your oyster now. Go make it happen. You know, many graduates take the opportunity of considering their degree as the very first step of making big things happen in their lives for themselves, for their families, societies, and the world. This is your opportunity. Begin to think of what is it that you want to do. What is your vision for your career, for your life? If you don't have a vision ready, just take 30 minutes and put down your goals. Identify mentors. If you don't have a list of mentors, think of people who can help you. Write their names down. Reach out to them. Again, as our speaker mentioned, networking is your opportunity to success. So please take advantage of this moment, of this achievement, and use it as a launching pad for a successful career to go forward. I also would like to thank, let's see, a few of our other people. Paul Hertz, our narrator. Paul is standing up there. If you didn't know where he was, that's where the voice is coming from. Thank you, Paul. Our name reader, John Francis. John is standing there. Thank you, John. It ain't easy, folks, to read all these names. I got to tell you, it's not easy. Thank you, John, for doing what you're doing. And then, of course, the executive commencement committee for the university, all the faculty and the staff that are here. And again, once again, family, friends, everybody who supported our graduates, they will remember you, and you will remember them. Thank you all. Once again, back to Paul.
We will now play the Alma Mater hymn, recorded and performed by the Missouri S&T Choir. Feel free to join in. The words are printed on the back of your program. After the hymn, we ask the audience to remain seated until after the recessional. Distinguished guests, this concludes today's commencement ceremony. Following the recessional, you are free to exit. Thank you.